The goal is to bring the exhibit to as many cities in the country as possible so that everybody will have a chance to read and review the history of those men that broke the color barrier into Major League Baseball.
The traveling exhibit, Barrier Breakers, organized by the Negro League Baseball Museum, which works to preserve the history of people of color in baseball, arrived in Boston on June 19th, also known as Juneteenth. In 1920, the Negro Leagues was formed by dominant pitcher Rube Foster and fellow black club owners in Kansas City, Missouri. It was made up of professional baseball teams consisting of people of color after they were excluded from playing on the highest levels of organized baseball.
It really has a lot to do with the history of baseball. It has a lot to do with young people understanding how the game manifests itself, right? So the Negro League played a massive role in baseball formerly. The young people should understand that.
Most of the older generation still don't know this history. The younger generation need to know this history.
I think a lot of people are still discovering what transpired back less than 100 years ago.
The only thing that I was aware of really is like Jackie Robinson's story, but then there's so many other great players that have not been mentioned in history, and so I thought that was really cool to hear about some of these people.
This history consists of players from Jackie Robinson, the first African American to make it into modern Major League Baseball with what was then the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947, to Pumpsie Green, a player on the Boston Red Sox, the last team to integrate in 1959, who faced housing and hotel discrimination despite his notable accomplishments on the team, including 13 home runs in 5 seasons.
A lot of kids nowadays don't really know their history. Kind of sad that we never learned about this stuff in school or anything.
I mean, there's so much to learn. So anytime you learn about these, especially just like the trials and tribulations these people went through, the adversity and the prejudice that they encountered, and then also on top of it, you learn that they had these like amazing sports accomplishments, and so it almost makes their life story and their accomplishment even that more important and that more inspiring.
Kind of empowering, I guess, to see them.
Black baseball team stealing whole, Big Robinson making all those stories. You listen to those stories, but now you get to see it. That's the closure part that it's real, right? It's an exhibit that really means that these people really exist.
The Barrier Breakers exhibition not only helps young individuals dive into their past history, but helps the community remember that these players and legacies did exist.
One of the goals and my pleasure is when I see a family comes in and they bring their children. And when they walk out that door going home, when they say, gee, I didn't know that. That's it. There was awareness, that was an educational goal, and I like to think we accomplished it.
For the PBS NewsHour Student Reporting Labs, I'm Poojasai Kona in Boston, Massachusetts.